Hi everybody, Fox Nomad here, and today I want to help you travel smarter by showing you some local Kyrgyz foods. I'm here outside of Nbhd, which is a very popular restaurant here that serves a lot of local Kyrgyz foods here in Bishkek. So I want to share this meal with you and also give you a little bit of a tour around the city. So Nbhd is here on a busy street here in Bishkek where there are a lot of different shops and restaurants and banks and a lot of pedestrians walking up and down the street. It is a Saturday afternoon, so it is pretty crowded. People are just starting to get out of their homes and spend the weekend outside. It doesn't look like much from the outside, but once you go inside, the decor is really elaborate, very colorful, a lot like the foods and the dishes. You have a massive selection of different foods from Kyrgyzstan as well as from the region, and also a lot of variety in what you can choose, what you can eat, and it is a really exciting place to spend some time in. So this is Nbhd, which is a very traditional Kyrgyz restaurant here in Bishkek, and they have a massive menu. Like, the menu is like reading through a book. It is absolutely incredible. And when you walk in, they give you a shot of this chalap, which is a traditional drink of yogurt, water, and salt. I guess kind of a local palate cleanser. Alright, so the bread has arrived. You may remember this from my video in the market yesterday. Very common Kyrgyz bread here that's sort of in this donut shape, and it is warm just right on top with like just a slight touch of butter on the top. So I'm just gonna break into this. Wow, it was really good. Really good. Almost has the consistency of a sourdough, but it doesn't have the taste. Just that consistency. It's a very thick, fluffy white bread. Alright, so some of the food has arrived. We have this eggplant dish here, which is fried eggplant, then wrapped around mayonnaise with a tomato inside, I believe. And then this carrot salad, which I see everybody eating almost at every meal, so I wanted to try it. It has a very strong smell of garlic in here, so we'll start with the eggplant and make our way over to the carrots. Fried little balls of goodness, and you can see all the mayo in there. Mayonnaise and eggplant, it's a good combination. It has a little bit of a garlic flavor too, and the eggplant, as you can see, is so thin. It's fried down so thin that it's almost like the consistency of like a potato chip. Alright, so a bunch of the other food just showed up, so I'm gonna finish up eggplant, head over to the carrots, make my way to this bad boy, and then finish off with the soup. This is cold carrots with a lot of black pepper, so it is a very strong black pepper taste. Also some oil and a lot of chopped up garlic. You can see the little bits of garlic in here, and it's very cold. Like, the carrots are straight out of the fridge, almost freezer type. Very cold. Look at these. Oh, I'm so excited to eat these. Now, what mantar are basically these large dumplings here that are stuffed usually with meat or lamb. This one is a little bit unique for here because it is just filled with salad. So it's a vegetarian version, which, again, you don't find too many of those here. So I'm just gonna cut into this one and show you. And it is stuffed with, looks like spinach and green onions with some of this red tomato sauce, which, whoa, that is spicy. Alright, so let's take one of these dumpling balls, dip it into this red sauce. It's not super spicy, but it's one of those things where you get hit by a little bit of spice and then the spice just kind of wears off. So you can get these manta in a couple of different ways. You can get them steamed like this one, or you can get them fried. I prefer the steamed ones to just have a little bit more flavor to the dough. When you fry it, the dough seems to lose a little bit of that flavor. And I'll just add that the staff here are very friendly and very helpful. asking if I need anything, asking if I have any dietary restrictions, how my meal is going. It's a very nice, friendly atmosphere. The light just goes like right through it. It's so thin. Getting that dough this thin without it all falling apart requires some skill. Let's now switch over to the main course, mampar soup. Now this is a little bit of a different traditional soup because it is filled with stuffed dough. Tomato based, obviously, that's where the red color comes from. It's got parsley on top, and then inside it's got these little parts of dough. It's red peppers in it. Again, a little bit spicy, just a touch of spice and a little bit of roasted red pepper in there. It gives it a sweetness to it, which is a really nice contrast with that spicy and that sweet. Again, like the noodles, like the lagman, just a lot of flavor. It's not just regular pasta, it just has a really bready, sort of flavorful taste to it. It's really difficult to describe because it doesn't have a strong taste, but it does have a really nice flavor. The kind when you bite into like a warm, freshly baked bread and you get that rush of endorphins from just eating so much pure carbs. That's what this tastes like. All those peppercorns at the bottom. Again, really nice, a nice change of pace, a little bit spicier than what I found in the rest of Central Asia. So there you go, that was a traditional Kyrgyz meal here in Bishkek at Nbhd. Now that we've had a meal, it's time to go out and show you a little bit of the city, things that you can see and things that you can do around Bishkek. So this is the Alatu Square, and it is like most Soviet architecture, very impressive, massive and imposing. It's a very open and stone piece of land here in the middle of Bishkek, and what's really fascinating about it is the amount of snow that is still on the mountains. Even though it is very, very hot here right now today, it must be well over 100 Fahrenheit, over 40 degrees Celsius, but there is still a lot of snow up in the mountains. And behind me is the National History Museum of Kyrgyzstan, and it is really just both visually, the building itself, but then once you go inside, there are so many artifacts, there's so much art and so much history here. I really wasn't expecting much, and when you walk in the first floor, there really isn't a ton. It doesn't really blow you away, but as you go up to the higher floors, you really get to see how many artifacts they've been able to pull out, how much history has been in this part of the world. The old books, the old weapons, the old writings, all of that stuff is in this museum, and it is really fascinating and worth your time. Alright, so I moved over to this side because there's a photo shoot happening right behind me. I don't know if they're coming back this way, but I just wanted to say that the square is really impressive. There are a couple of parks here that I want to take you to right now, just so you can see a little bit more of these open spaces right here in the middle of Bishkek. And this is Pamphilov Park, which is next to Alatu Square, where there is a small carnival and rides and a Ferris wheel as well. I hope you enjoyed this video of some things to see around Bishkek, and of course lunch at Nbhd to give you an idea of some traditional Kyrgyz foods. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe buttons down below. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comments down below. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.